Hello there everyone, and welcome back to RealScreenReviews.com, and I'm happy to have with me once again returning guest critic, the lovely Debbie D'Angelo. Debbie, thank you for joining us today. And she has taken time out of her day to review the film Eat, Pray, Love, and that is a big budget movie that opened on Friday, August 13th, 2010, and it stars Julia Roberts, Javier Bardem, and James Franco. And it comes to us from director Ryan Murphy. He is the creator of the TV show Nip Tuck. And he also directed his first time out a feature film called Running with Scissors from a few years ago, and I'm happy to say that I think this is a giant step up over that film. And at this point I will turn it over to my guest critic to tell us a little bit about Eat, Pray, Love.
You said a step up. That gives me a hint as to whether or not you liked it. Well, I guess I would describe it as saying that Julia Roberts' character, Liz, is a journalist, and her work takes her to Bali, where she meets a healer who kind of does a palm reading.
Yes, pretty much, yes.
And make some predictions about her life, and one of them being that she will return to Bali. She goes back to New York. Over the course of 6 months, she thinks her life is falling apart. She divorces her husband. Things just aren't going well, and she decides to shelve her life for a year and take off and travel and live in Italy, India, and Bali. And it's really about her experiences there. So I guess in a nutshell, I'd say it's a woman going through a midlife crisis. That's how it's
I agree totally. Now, something I'll touch base on the midlife crisis issue. I think it's wonderful. I think that Julia Roberts has found this role. It's almost 20 years to the weekend that Pretty Woman opened up. So
oh, really?
This is 20 years later, and I think she has matured beautifully as an actress and as a lady. And I think that she fell into this role rather seamlessly.
And I love Pretty Woman.
I love Pretty Woman too.
What do you think? Do you think I liked it?
I'm probably going to say that you liked it, but I don't know. Every time I guess, I'm always 100% wrong, whatever she says.
You're right this time. I did like it.
I liked it too. I thought
you did?
Yeah, I thought you couldn't have been more correct when you said it's somebody kind of going through a midlife crisis. I think at one point when it's right at the beginning of the movie, she actually falls on her knees and is praying to God. That worked immensely. I really believed that this lady was going through inner turmoil. I really felt this lady's pain, and that's just a great actress showing you how great she is.
And despite the inner turmoil and the heaviness of the content of the movie, it was still pretty comedic. I thought there were some really funny parts to it.
One issue that I have with it is as soon as she divorces her husband.
I thought that was the funniest part. When she tells him?
That was actually okay. I'm talking about after that. She hooks up with her younger boyfriend James Franco, and I thought that actually got played out like way too long. Like she just met this guy, and I thought that she was really hung up on him for like quite a while. That was one, but I did like the part with her husband. I felt bad for her husband.
You have to go see it just to see how she tells him she wants a divorce. I mean, I have a perverse sense of humor. Yeah, if I were him, I wouldn't have found it funny either. But watching it, I thought it was hysterical.
Now, I will say, do not go see this film if you are hungry. Because it is like when she's eating sometimes, it's almost like a religious experience. It's so wonderful. And I'm in the theater, I'm like, God, I wasn't hungry when the movie started, but I am like famished as this movie plays out because she's in Italy and she's eating all these wonderful foods, and I liked it.
And that was a big part of it, getting back to basics, having an appetite for her life.
I can so
metaphorically as well as
I can so reflect and I know exactly where she's coming from in that kind of situation, because I think we've all felt that. I think we've all felt where we're just in a stagnant point, we're not going forward, and I really commend the character Liz that she plays for taking the courage and going on the road and trying to find herself.
You know what I have to say? I was with her in Italy, and I've been to Italy, so I could enjoy that. And I was with her. I could understand Bali. I was with her in Bali.
India.
I needed a GPS to get through India because I was like, what?
It didn't look very appealing, and she starts off in Italy, and it looked wonderful. And we made comments in the review to Letters to Juliet how wonderful the countryside looks, and it was the same thing. Then she goes to India, and let me just say that I'm not calling the travel agent anytime soon to make any trips to go to India.
Well, besides that, I wasn't really getting what her experiences were, how they were
maybe like
relating.
a struggle or something.
Yeah,
but then she ends up in Bali where she finds Javier Bardem. And what did you think of him?
Boom.
Well, Javier Bardem, he won the Academy Award for playing the psycho in No Country for Old Men, but he's actually known for being the romantic lead. And that was also, I thought he should have had more screen time because he just comes in right at the very end and he's Javier Bardem, and he's there to say darling all the time, darling, and even to men he says darling, and it's just wonderful.
He looks hot. And you know what? I love that whole like Latin or South American.
I can grow a scruffy beard if she wants me to. I can grow a scruffy beard. Oh, see.
I'm sorry, it just wouldn't work.
What if I call you darling? Darling. Is it working?
No, it's not.
It's not working. Oh, jeez. All right, well, let's cut the stars. What are you gonna give this?
3.
3 stars? I think I'm actually for first time in a long time, we are right on the same page with this one. I'm going to say that it is definitely worth your time and money. It's a wonderful, wonderful story and journey to go through with this lady, and I bought it every step of the way. I thought it was just a great tale, and I'm going to give it 3 stars out of 4 as well and say, definitely go out of your time. It's worth it to see this at the theater.
I think so too. I think the greatest appeal will be for midlifers, but I do think there's something in there for everybody.
And if you think that I have a really credible imitation of Javier Bardem, please feel free to leave a comment. And if not, I'll go call my acting coach and we'll go back to the drawing board. But okay, Debbie, thank you so much for being here to review the film with us today. And we're going to end this. Would you end it with my slogan, please?
No, you end it, because I have my own ending.
Okay, I'm going to say I'm totally thrown off guard. Remember, we're not always right, but only when it comes to the movies.
And as they say in this movie, mwah!
And thank you for your attention.